In 2001, Bungie gave us a masterpiece that changed console gaming forever. Halo Combat Evolved. With a mysterious alien ring world, epic music, and the birth of Master Chief, it became a legend. Today we are ranking all 10 of its missions, from god tier icons to the ones we love a little less. So let's dive in. At number 10 we have 343 Guilty Spark. This is the level where game introduces Flood to us for the first time.
There! Mira!
Premise is decent, but for me, build up to the first encounter takes rather too long.
Hold still!
And kind of breaks the immersion. And further, when we do get to see the Flood in action, the seriousness and the nature of the threat of this new enemy type is somewhat lost on me. It's only in the later levels of the game that the Flood emerges as a formidable foe. Don't know what it is with this mission, level design or the weird music that we get bombarded with, it does not click with me. Further, had Cortana acted more like an actual AI,
what sort of weapon is it?
What are you talking about?
Let's stay focused.
things could have turned out to be somewhat different. But then again, we would not have gotten the rest of the game. I digress. It's hands down one of my least favorite missions of the game.
Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
At number 9, we have Truth and Reconciliation. Main objective of the player is to make our way onto this Covenant spaceship with a team of Marines alive. It's a simple enough task on normal and heroic difficulties, but on legendary, these Marines become one giant pain in the ass. There's no way to tactically control them. It can become a chaotic mess at times, so much so that you might end up dying because a Marine panicked and ended up blowing everyone with a grenade. Further, if by some miracle you manage to get these guys on the ship, alive and kicking,
What? There's no Covenant here. I think maybe nobody's home.
the game literally throws these invisible elites at you with these giant swords that are basically a one-hit kill. And our Marines prove once again how useless they are on the legendary difficulty.
Coming here was reckless. You two know better than this.
Then when we finally save our beloved captain, that is when our real pain begins. This is the only time you as Master Chief will feel powerless, as the success of the mission literally depends upon Key's survival. And since our captain likes to lead from the front, he'll keep getting into trouble. At number 8 we have Pillar of Autumn.
Cortana, all I need to know is did we lose them?
This is where it all began. The opener sets up the tone for the rest of the game beautifully, introducing Master Chief, Cortana, Captain Keyes and Sergeant Johnson to us. The opening scene makes us traverse through the firing line just to get briefed by Keyes, and after that, once we get that iconic pistol in our hands,
Don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go.
fun begins. I love this stage and still remember how the game introduced Master Chief to us for the first time. A man of few words, but full of confidence. The second mission of the game sees us landing on this alien ring planet called the Halo.
Hell if I know, but we're landing on it.
And immediately this stage differentiates itself from the opening mission by introducing vast open areas with infinite view of sorts. We are tasked with saving Marines who have taken refuge in different places around the map. This level is a solid addition to the game, but it sort of drags on way too long for its own good. At number 6, we have the last mission of the game, which requires the player to detonate the Pillar of Autumn and then take a ride through the map with all hell breaking loose.
Things are getting noisy down there. Everything okay? Negative, negative. We have a wildcat destabilization.
It ends the game just like it began, but now everything is on the line.
We have 5 minutes before the fusion drives detonate. We need to evac now.
This mission also gives us a glimpse into the playful side of Master Chief's personality.
This thing is falling apart.
It'll hold.
We're not gonna make it.
We'll make it.
Pull up! Pull up! on purpose, didn't you?
Master Chief purposefully crashing the Banshee. This proves that underneath all that armor, John is human after all. Fun fact, as an Easter egg of sorts, when you complete the game on Legendary difficulty, there's an additional cutscene that is added.
This is it, baby.
Enough!
Immediately after we complete the library, we return back to this place where Cortana informs us about the real intentions of the monitor.
So be it. Save his head. Dispose of the rest.
This leads to falling apart of our alliance of convenience with the monitor. And from here onwards, apart from the Covenant and the Flood, we get to add one more enemy type to our hit list. These Sentinels. Which is awesome, by the way. This mission is the point from where onwards old maps will be recycled, which is also one of the major criticisms of the game. Although maps may seem the same, but these have been tweaked with lots of intricate details and will provide entirely different experience. You will find that the fighting between Covenant and Flood has completely changed the landscape. There are some very good and memorable fights to be had in this mission. My personal favorite being this area, where in order to proceed further to the next mission, we must defeat a horde of these Covenant forces which are packed to the teeth, by the way. And then commandeer one of these Banshees for our escape. I always tend to make a run for it on the Legendary difficulty. This mission is easily one of the best missions of the game. We get dropped onto this island with a bunch of Marines, and on the hardest difficulty, your only job is to protect minimum of at least one Marine. Since the moment the area is cleared, we get this vehicle to drive around with a mounted minigun. I failed at that too. Our objective lies at the bottom of this structure, but the door leading to it gets slammed shut right in our face. Thus, in the first half of the game, we must traverse to other part of the map and open the gate from there. This is the mission where we get to witness these poor schmucks in broad daylight.
Bravo 22 was bringing us some heavy weapons. After I saw we were up against hunters, I thought you could use them.
Game makes these guys out to be real big shot, but they turn out to be dummies once you know their weakness. These are by far the weakest enemy type you will face in the game. Even these lowly grunts pose a greater risk to your life on Legendary difficulty than the hunters.
That should open the door that leads into the main shaft.
So after we open the door, we must go back again to our main objective, and if for some reason you do not wish to travel that far, then you can take this shortcut that also happens to land you in front of all these goodies.
Let's move down the beach. Keep an eye out for any cargo we can salvage.
The second half of the level gets even more intense, where we get to fight hordes of Covenant with this cool musical piece playing at the background. Mission ends with a bunch of invisible elites blocking our path.
This is as far as I can go.
It's a solid level where we must complete lots of similar looking areas to reach this structure. You will face everything that the Covenant has to offer. Banshees, ghosts, tanks, invisible elites, elites with one-hit swords, and even our cute hunters. This is the mission that made me fall in love with this game, and ironically, this mission also happens to be the longest. The map will also offer stealth options to the player. At specific time in the mission, you will be presented with a choice to either take the usual run and gun approach or opt for a more subtle one. For a game that came out in 2001, one can literally see the whole map. Our ultimate goal is to reach to this structure, and if you play your cards right,
Bring me up there and I should be able to get us inside.
You can hitch a ride on one of these banshees, which basically allows you to skip rest of the level. I mean, how cool is that? We can also play God and rain chaos on these poor Covenant below. Obviously, don't overdo it or you might end up like this. At number 2, we have the library. I know many people may not agree with me, but library to me is hands down one of the best missions of the game. This mission, when I first played the game, I literally hated it. But as I replayed the game more and more, I fell in love with it. It's one of those missions where you either love it or hate it. There's no in between. This level truly captures in detail why Flood is such a big threat. This is where we are supposed to navigate through these corridors that are Flood territory while following this guy. We must reach to the top of the building by clearing each level one by one. It's a thrilling ride from start to finish. Now if by somehow you have managed to bully your way up to this point, it's here that the game will teach you when to fight and when to flight. And then on some rarest of occasions, just sit back and relax until the next door gets open for you. Further on MCC version, there's a Steam achievement that gets unlocked if you manage to clear this stage without dying on legendary difficulty, which presents a very serious challenge since fighting Flood in a closed environment will require decent luck and some strategic planning of the route ahead. You must choose your battles wisely. Make sure to stay clear of these mushroom type pregnant zombies whose preferred way of attack is explosion. Instead of falling for their trap, use these to your benefit. You must also be on a lookout for Flood with launchers as they can mess up your plans in one go. So yes, this makes up for a really challenging level and adds an extra layer to the library mission. Now this level is the one which highlights why the remastered version got everything wrong. If you play the level on original graphics, then you will immediately notice the dark and tense environment of the mission. There's not much light around, and if you want to survive, you must use your flashlight, without which it is almost impossible to complete the mission on legendary difficulty without dying. This aesthetic is simply lost in the original version as for some reason remastered edition does not respect the original source material, and one of my biggest complaints with Microsoft also happens to be this one. I mean, a game that literally puts Xbox on the console map created a franchise for Microsoft to exploit. Surely something like this could have been given due respect and love. In my honest opinion, it feels like 343 were trying hard to erase the legacy of Bungie by painting these weird metallic textures everywhere. I mean, why? Everybody and everything gets a makeover. Even Captain Keyes has been changed in the updated version. Thank God they couldn't change Master Chief.
I've got a good lock on Captain Key's CNI transponder signal. He's alive.
At number 1, we have Keyes.
I'll bring us in as close as I can. Oh, I see. The coordinate data needs to be... Right. Sorry.
Game makes a full circle in terms of Captain Keyes' story arc. The level starts with Cortana intercepting this message.
I gave you an order, soldier. Now pull out!
He's delirious. In pain. We have to find him.
So we start our journey back through this mess of a terrain where fighting between the Covenant and the Flood has intensified. And amongst all this chaos, we must board this spaceship and find Captain Keyes. This stage is very good and sometimes unpredictably fun. Flood has now completely taken over the ring planet. To contain the Flood, Covenant have sent their elite troops. However, it seems they are facing severe setbacks, since whatever is thrown at these beautiful creatures ends up becoming their meal. When we do reach our objective, we find that Captain Keyes is kept barely alive by the Flood, so that it can extract the codes to the Pillar of Autumn and leave this planet.
We can't let the Flood get off this ring. You know what he'd expect... what he'd want us to do. have the code.
So we do what needs to be done, and after one banger of a fight, leave the spaceship again in our Banshee. Here again near the ending of the mission, if you're feeling rather lazy and do not wish to fight an endless wave of elites, then you can take a shortcut of sorts like this and make your sweet escape from here. From the beaches of the silent cartographer to the burning wreckage of the Maw. Halo Combat Evolved gave us a journey we'll never forget. Which mission is your favorite? Drop it in the comments and don't forget to finish the fight. That's it for this video guys, thanks for watching.